I'm alive when I base it. Going to the sky in a spaceship. All the hard times I face it. I've been on time when I strive for the greatness, yeah. You can't stop me now. I just wanna make my family proud. I can't call time out. I just wanna talk right to the crowd. We running up and can't lose, yeah. I walk a mile in my shoes, yeah. Don't press a button, can't snooze, yeah. There's nothing that I can't do, yeah. We up to something brand new, yeah. We live it up like a cruise, yeah. We up, I see all the views, yeah. We going up in the go up, go up, go up in a spaceship. See the whole world in a spaceship. Go up, go up, go up in a spaceship. Feel the whole vibe in a spaceship. Go up, go up, go up in a spaceship. Make go skirt in a spaceship. Go up, go up, go up in a spaceship. Make go woo in a spaceship. Hey, going so fast, running up that bad, fill it up, yeah. Hey, what you call that? It's a whole new wave in the ocean. We got swag, it's so fast. You ain't never known me, now you know that. Go climb them trees with one hand, yeah. This plan is working. We running up and can't lose, yeah. I walk a mile in my shoes, yeah. Don't press a button, can't snooze, yeah. There's nothing that I can't do, yeah. We up to something brand new, yeah. We live it up like a cruise, yeah. We up, I see all the views, yeah. We going up in the go up, go up, go up in a spaceship. See the whole world in a spaceship. Go up, go up, go up in a spaceship. Feel the whole vibe in a spaceship. Go up, go up, go up in a spaceship. Make go skirt in a spaceship. Go up, go up, go up in a spaceship. Make go woo in a spaceship.
How's it going? Just finishing my run-up. Loaded in. NDBs. Nope, they'd be under. So they're almost the same. Let me think about it. I'll get back to you. I may send you a link.
You could think of them as a cheaper version of VR. So I'm the only one with a turbo today. Okay, he shows up as a Comanche. Seems good.
I got it now. I was just checking to see if you're listening on the stream. I was pretty sure I had all my buttons all set, but no. Oh yeah, Christian. Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem, Christian.
Oh, sounds good.
Yeah, well, or you can, like, when we go to land or we're in the air, you just say, Mayday! That's your exit stage right.
You guys would be bad friends if you didn't come back to look for me.
Yeah. We'd have
I'll
to
circle around for a while.
Yeah. We'll have to change aircrafts, do a search and rescue mission. Yeah, Token, you're in the Baron. It's B36. And Joe said he'll try to make it. Cause it's like you, Enoch. It's like 4 o'clock. He's like, yeah, it's a little early. I'm like, okay, that's fine. But he says, no, I'll try to be there. So yeah, the wind is coming from 350, so we can take off from 30. Yeah, I didn't want to be left behind in a bush plane. Yeah.
You want to follow the valleys?
Sure.
I have
You
a
want me to
turbo
lead?
charger upstairs.
Sorry? Yeah, if you...
Do you want me to lead?
Yeah, if you want to follow the valley, yeah, you lead. Because if you know where the valleys are, I'll just take us into the into the mountains. Christian's gonna be like, "What?"
You say when, and we'll go.
Yeah, when?
Oh, now.
Okay. Haven't looked into my. Oh yeah, the Comanche. It's like it's the almost like the best GA aircraft. Like you do have to take care of it. You can, yeah.
I love it. It's incredible.
And there's like the easy switch where you can just say, yeah, completely do the overhaul, complete overhaul, or you can maintain it like like it's your own plane. Should bring that to the side. Is there
2,500 feet?
Okay. Is there a way to lower the view in here? Because I find like I'm like a tall guy in the aircraft, the Comanche.
Push the down button, like you're down.
Okay.
Arrow key.
When I'm in the simulator, because I did that. I was the cursor was in little nav maps. Oh, there. Okay. You got that like foggy mist?
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah.
It's actually smoke from all the fires.
Smoke. Oh, okay.
It just looks like mist. I hope 24, when it comes out, actually does a better job of the weather.
Yeah. Because Parallel 42, they teased Parallel 42 immersion coming soon.
Yeah,
and
that was awesome.
Some people are like, no, I want to wait till 2024 to see what improvement's going to happen. But I don't think they're going to touch that, Microsoft. They're going to let that to the devs, and PMDG hasn't done that. Because that could have been added on from PMDG for all their products, and then every other developer do the same thing. But
yep, it's all in the code.
yeah, because if Parallel 42 is doing it, anyone can do it, really. Specifically the devs.
Are we doing touch and goes at Vernon and Kamloops? Or sorry, Kelowna?
We'll touch that at Vernon. We got Token here, so Revelstoke and Vernon are his airports, so we'll touch down at those. Kelowna, we can touch down.
Like a silly fool, I forgot to load the Darren scenery. Sorry. Well,
the Token mentioned in general, that he was just jumping in to get the flight plan for tonight. I'm like, oh yeah, shoot, I gotta have his airports loaded in, you know, because I did that with Horta. I installed it. I never went and I never checked it out beforehand. And I come in, I land at Horta, and I get to the end of the runway, and there's these like landing lights like in the middle of the runway. I'm like, this doesn't look right. Like there's something wrong with this. And as I'm taxiing, all of a sudden I get a notification. Simulations just subbed, and they're like, that's not our airport, that's default. I'm like, oh shoot. It took about like an hour of like reinstalling it several times to figure out that at Contrail the installation actually didn't create a folder for the for all the files, so it spread all the files in the community folder. I'm like, oh. So I told Contrail, and Lars fixed it, so it was good after that. But yeah, it was a little embarrassing. So I'm like, oh yeah, no, Token, that reminds me, I gotta check. I got your airports loaded in, because now, because I've had issues the last week or two with like 400 or 500 DLCs. The sim takes forever to load, and it's hanging up. So now I switched to the linker, so everything is outside of community, and the linker will only put in what I want it to put in for that specific flight. So I set up a Canada, and I set up Hawaii for tomorrow, but later on I'll put like separate like Western Canada and Eastern Canada, and then US have several regions. So
I'm gonna have to do that.
Yeah, because that way now loading into the sim, it's about 3 minutes to get to the world map, and then about 1 to 2 minutes to actually load into the airport. So much better, because Wednesday night, Airstead's like, hey, I'm itching for a flight. You want to fly? I'm like, okay. I said, let's do 8:30 my time. Then I'm like, I got to restart the sim, so let's do 9. Well, 8:45, or like it was 45 minutes, and I was stuck at 83.33% loading into the airport. And I was like that for a good 15 minutes. I was like, ah, shoot. I was like, no, cutting the stream. I gotta get this linker and just spend the time and install it. So now it works fine. But yeah, Token, you've got your EFB, or your little tablet in here. There's so much stuff that you can put on. You can change the type of oil you put in there. I think even type of gas. And it runs completely different. And every time you start up the engine in the Comanche, you might need like 1 to 5 strokes of primer. But then the next time you might need like 6, or you might need 2. If you're in cold weather, you might need more. So yeah, it's really good.
And I think I just noticed chips on the wings, and this aircraft only has 25 hours on it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's lots of stuff. And it's persistent. So when you load up, it's pretty much the same way that you left it. So I left this without the parking brake on. So when I got in, the parking brake wasn't on.
There's a lot of things that A2A implemented that I didn't know they could have coded.
Yeah.
So it makes me wonder, is 2020 really as limited as they stated? To the left.
Yeah, and it took him 3 years to build the Comanche. And it's like his own Comanche that he's working off of, but yeah, 3 years to release it. And I think what he's going to do is bring everything that he's had previously. And yeah, this AccuSim stuff is the real deal.
They did a 172, didn't they?
I know there's other ones, but I don't know what they are. Actually, on the Orbix.
I thought the Comanche was the only one for Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Yeah, it's the only one for Microsoft Flight Simulator, but in they had a T6 for P3D, a P40, Comanche, Cherokee, C182, Spitfire, P51D, civilian and military, J3 Cub, C172, and a Bonanza, all for P3D, academic and professional.
Imagine if they brought up the Spitfire. I'd give Flying Iron a run for their money.
Yeah. I was gonna say, give us weapons that we can use, but the thing is Microsoft Flight Simulator, that won't happen, because then you bring that in, you got to go from E for everyone to,
Here's a theory, perhaps, because they said they're gonna maintain 2020. Wouldn't it be interesting if they left 2020 as a G and they upgraded 24 to a PG?
Yeah, that would be nice. If that was the case, it would kill a DCS world.
I imagine Microsoft is looking really hard at it.
Yeah.
And think about it, they could, to appease the masses, have a separate server, say this is a combat sim server.
Yeah. But I still don't think DCS World will go away if that was to happen, because they got a big enough community. It's nothing compared to Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Oh, I agree totally. But think about all the people that do both.
Yeah.
Maybe they would be the ones that would make that leap.
Yeah,
but
crossover.
The hardcore would never leave. Just like Xbox and P3D. There's so many hardcores.
Yeah.
They'll never leave. It'll stay around.
Yeah. Well, because I did a video the other day on Parallel 42 immersion, and there was music in the background. Well, today I get a comment saying, "Why is there loud music in the video? I can't hear." I'm like, there's like 580 other people that's watched the video and didn't say a word about that. And now I'm like, someone like that, it's like, I've listened to it many times and I'm like, I can hear myself through it. And it's like, there's some people, they'll complain about anything no matter what. It's like,
absolutely correct.
You have a nice landing. Guy comments, "Oh, you're left of center." It's like, buddy, you've never landed on center ever.
Your landing light's out. So what? It's a sim.
Yeah.
Maybe I forgot real life too.
Yeah. I forgot there was an airport right here.
We could have gone the other way and gone up to Invermere.
Up which way?
Instead of where we turned left, we could have turned right and gone to Invermere and then swung back down one of the other valleys.
Ah, okay. Oh, because I'm looking at little nav maps, and I thought the landing strip was right in front of my nose, but it's further down. It's because it's zoomed out. Now I see that.
The weather modeling might be off. That's pretty snow covered for what is it? September 1st.
Yeah, September 1st. Already.
I think crypto's gonna do a touch and go.
Is it right around here?
Should be right on your shoulder, either on your back right shoulder or right behind you.
Yeah, okay, I see it. Mabel. All right. Oh yeah, it is snow covered. Bring out your Tundra tires. I was gonna say I don't have enough time to pick it right back up for a touch and go, but I made it.
You already landed?
Yeah.
You did it so quickly.
It was a sizzling landing. The runway's melted now. And filled with popcorn. Hey Marsh, thanks for the super chat. You were left of center.
Show me the money!
You were left of center. Landing lights off too.
Landing lights off too. He heard that. Is it a football game tonight, Marsh? Or football? Well, I think I looked tomorrow's football game, but it's in Houston. your rice bowl. I was like, oh, why am I not going fast? And I took my feet off the rudders. Now I'm going faster. College stuff tonight. Okay.
What are the winds at Vernon?
Vernon? I'll check. No results. Did it?
Okay. We'll overfly the field then.
Vernon. Oof. Hey, thanks, Marsh, for the donation for tomorrow's charity stream. Thanks a lot. Tomorrow doing charity stream for raising funds for the Maui food bank for all the stuff that's going on with the wildfires. I saw I&I Builds came out with Honolulu earlier this week, and then they said 10% of the revenues going to going to be donated to the American Red Cross for the Maui fires. And I was like, well, hey, wait a second, why don't I do a stream too? And so then I looked to see which charity I could do it through Streamlabs. And so I was like, okay, Maui Food Bank. And then I've got a video from the news from like a week ago that I found. I was like, hey, and it explains like what they're actually doing. So it's good. Was I looking for? Oh yeah, I was gonna try that again. CYVK. No, it's nothing there. Yeah, no, there's no METAR issued for Vernon.
Ah, well.
Yeah.
Unless the SOC says otherwise, why don't we do 2-3?
Okay.
Then we can turn around right inside the terminal.
Okay. Marsh, he just woke up from a nap? What are you doing? A nap? Sounds like an old buddy there, napping in the afternoon.
People need naps.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, old people need naps, yeah.
Don't do my friend like that.
one in one in Sarasota. You need naps. Yeah. Yeah, especially after a hurricane. Oh. Last night, I went to bed. It was like 10 o'clock. And I told my wife, I says, all right, I'm in bed. It's 2 a.m. Because yesterday I went to bed twice in the same day. So I went to bed at like, it was probably like 1:32, maybe even 3. And then last night I was like finally trying to switch from like a nightlife to like being able to go to bed early, because school starts on Wednesday and my kid gets picked up at 7:06. I'm like, so I gotta get up at 6 o'clock to get him ready. I'll get him and his sister ready. But the good thing is my wife's off. Well, this week and next week, and then off the first 2 days of the following week. So I'm like, all right, I don't have to do this early morning thing right away. You'll have to do a hurricane fundraiser next weekend. I just call up Red Cross, say, all right, all streams are now charity streams for you. Well, what about the Canadian Red Cross? Oh, and wait a second, Marsh. Look at your badge in the chat, and check out the emojis, because I've changed a couple. So Xena, because I know you're in VR, the stripes, your badges on the stream chat have now all changed. It now starts from captain in the Canadian Air Force all the way up to general.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah. So I think Trent, Joe, and Marsh are coming up to 2 years. So they're going to be, I think, Brigadier General. And then you're one step down from that, because you're at 1 year. Because I think it's brand new, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, then 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year. So yeah, change that up. And by the way, thanks for the support. Someone else? Oh, Sam's in the F-18. No, not part of this group. Maybe next week. Marsh, I think that last emoji was made just for Lars. Still all 2-3?
Yeah, 2-3.
Okay.
A very beautiful approach, I must say.
So if you're just tuning in, we're just about to land at Vernon. Vernon by Token or Token Kiwi. Little turbulence around here. What do you guys have turbulence on? I've got it at realistic.
Yeah, I might.
Realistic. Yeah. I know Phoenix are like, oh, don't use realistic with the V2, but I just leave it on.
Found it fine this morning.
Okay. March done 4 flights in the V2 Phoenix with realistic. Ain't no problem. Yeah. And I've made about like 5 attempts in the Phoenix, but I haven't been able to take off in the Phoenix. That's the next issue I gotta try to solve. What's going on there? If it ain't Boeing, I ain't going. Yeah, that's right, Christian.
Sure, that's right.
2, 3. Oh, gotta make the pappy happy. Marsh, take out your pappy lights. Oh, coming in hot. Oh, look at that. Nice hot butter. And key control it once again on the ground. No, 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 no. Don't nosedive. I got damage on.
That would be bad.
Yeah. Yeah, because I had to have damage on for on-air airline manager. Now, like, I'm like, might as well just leave it on all the time and just get used to it. So then now I've got to try to make sure that I do slow down in time. Very sus. Yeah. Let's go. Let's take a quick look around the airport here. I can see the fence. Is the fence all around the perimeter? Did you make these houses token? Or is they are they default? Yeah, Sock needs a blue pill to. I mean, I always gotta think of that now, Xenoc. Ever since you posted that last week or a week before.
Oh, what's that?
Yeah, about the wind socket.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it needs a blue pill here. Token said auto gen. Okay. Got some cargo. Okanagan skydive. You ever been skydiving here?
No, I don't like leaving the perfectly good airplane until it's on the ground.
Yeah, yeah. And Token, I didn't notice. I looked at it yesterday or the day before. I saw there you had the dam in Revelstoke, and just before the dam, you had some logs. I guess there's some logging going on out there. But yeah, Xenoc, you've been in the area a lot.
Yeah, a lot when I was younger. We came up here a lot, or I came up.
Okay.
Older years skiing, and friends lived up in Penticton and Kelowna.
Okay. No, good thing it wasn't in Picton. the Picton farm. Isn't that out there?
No, that's actually just east of Vancouver.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah.
Just across from the river from where I grew up.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember I took it was grade. It would have been grade 9, grade 7, 9, and 11. I did these like mini enrichment programs. They're like a 1 week up at Ottawa U or Carleton University. They would take like kids that are like smart in the class or whatever. They take some from different schools and they would send them up for a week. And there's so many different programs, and so grade 9, it was discovering criminology, and the prof, she was a university prof, but she went to Ottawa U as a mature student. She made us watch this movie called Hookers on Davis Street. Oh, it was like interviews with the hookers from Vancouver, and I'm like, and it like 80s 90s type interviews, like, and this is like for like kids like 13 to like 16, you know, like,
Wow.
yeah.
Am I coming to your end, or you coming to my end?
I'll come down to your end. I'm just going to reset the position. Yeah, Revi has a damn couple of logging spots and 2 backcountry ski lodges. Yeah, because he had mentioned there's some gravel strips that aren't like landing strips, but you could land at them. He just smoothed them out with the DLC. He smoothed them out. Right now he's working on Whistler and I think a waterfall project in New Zealand. Which is where you're from, Token? I imagine from your accent and the and Kiwi. I'm imagining you're originally from New Zealand, but you're now here in Canada. Looks like a nice airport for the flying event. Lots of places to park and party. Yeah.
Air Cadet Camp is here. At least it was 20, 40 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. From New Zealand, but live in Canada now. Right here in Okanagan. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, right here. Yeah. We should build something for Houston. Yeah. But Marsh could be the, well, aren't you both in IT? You can program it together. Just call up someone from Exxon or something, a competitor. I was like, I'll get behind this one. Oh yeah.
Am I still leading?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could go ahead.
Follow the lake.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, let's go. Off to Kelowna. The only reason why I know about Okanagan is because when I was working at Sun Life, there's a advisor in Okanagan. He's like a big producer in Sun Life, so that's how it pretty much came on the map for me, or else I would have never known where it was. Oh yeah, and Token, you've got to do the oil change on your Comanche every so often. I don't know how often, but like I've got 4 hours and I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, oh, I gotta change the oil. I think I gotta change the oil. I'm like, yeah, but it's only 4 hours. But have you changed the oil in yours, Xenoc?
No, I think the manual says 50.
50? Okay. And yeah, it's a cruiser, so it likes to be at like max throttle and up high.
Follow this lake all the way to Penticton.
Okay. Yeah, that's what will. It won't run as smoothly.
Might be a little too smoky, but we'll give it a try.
Because I had it where I was flying from Moncton to Halifax, and halfway here, the plane just fell out of the sky. I was like, what's going on? And it was 3 flights in a row that had happened. Well, I looked it up, and it's because there was a little bit of moisture that got in, and I was at higher altitude. It froze. It just killed the engine. So I had to, it said to put the carb heat on. So yeah, even with damage off, it still did that. So I was like, wow, this is good. You crashed on the hillside? What was that your way of saying you had to go?
We use 3-4.
Okay, 3-4. Straight in then.
No, I gotta do a circle.
A circle. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. 3-4. Yeah, and the autopilot on this is different than most of the other autopilots.
Oh yeah, it's quite interesting.
Yeah, because it's, 1956, 57, something like that? And Kelowna was one of the first Western airports that I ever got. Because this one's from F-Sim Studios.
I think it was their first one for the sim.
Yeah.
Touch and go.
Yeah, we can do touch and go. Because I remember I was like, I came here with Trent and I was like, it looks really washed out. He's like, yeah, a little bit. Because like you go out in the parking lot, it's just like all white. But then it could have been that we had it like midday, so the sun's just beaming right on it. But an airport can look a lot different when you just change the time or the weather, the reflection. Are you still doing 3-4 touch and go, or?
Yep, 3-4 touch and go.
Okay.
Unless you want to come to a full stop.
It's good. Just gonna see where Christian's at. Yeah, we can do a touch and go. Let the pappy be happy. Maybe not. No. And yeah, you don't need FS Realistic to do the shaking. It does the shaking on its own. For this thing. Oh yeah, touch and go, but token stopped. We can turn around. WestJet? I think this WestJet is stuck. No. It's this WestJet sticking out. And I was like, what? But that's what happens in real life. You stick out.
Only if you don't hit the golf ball past the tee.
See my kill. Now it's a bush flight because I went into the grass. I was trying to update the overlay, and then the rudders were going the wrong way. Most sockets, yeah, winds are pretty much calm.
Right. We're going right away too, right?
Sorry?
Are we stopping or going right away?
Yeah, yeah, we can go right away. Formation takeoff.
Sure, give it a try.
Alright, I don't know how this is gonna work. Alright.
Alright, just go full throttle, hold the brakes, I'll let you know. Go. And lift off at 85.
85. Okay.
You're up.
Flap up.
Oh, sorry, I should have said no flaps.
Oh, no flaps. That's why.
That's alright, I forgot to reset my trim, so I took off way too soon.
We're up here, Token.
Going around for another go?
Sure. I think Token's taking off. Yeah, he's taking off.
Oh, okay.
He's just going the other way.
Just follow the lake down. The airport's right on the little bit of land between the lake and Skaha Lake to the south.
Okay.
And then you can land on that 3-4 as well.
On 3-4, okay.
Right-hand pattern.
Okay.
No, never mind that. Sorry. Right-hand pattern is the other one. 3-4 to the left. Hey, yeah, so Token, because you're now working on Whistler, you have to go to Whistler during the winter time to go skiing to take pictures of the airport. So that is a business expense. Sounds like it to me.
Yep. I was like, my computer. I didn't put it through Sizzle and Popcorn. I put it through my other business. Because I'm like, the other business, I need the computer. But am I going to use it for that business? No, I'm going to use the old one. But hey, the new one. But actually, the other business, I haven't moved over to back to the old one, because I put a standing desk, and I put the 2080 over there. But I've got to. I bought the extension cord, or the power bar for it, but I haven't plugged in the PC into the power bar yet. Because I'm too focused on this computer instead. Exactly. I've been there in summer and should be out there this winter. Yeah. And you gotta go like at least twice a year. Different seasons. And on a yearly basis, you gotta continue, because I gotta update my airport. Whether you're generating $10 or you're generating $100,000. Oh yeah, I gotta expense it. Government doesn't know whether you're having fun or not. Imagine that. They show up, they're like, yeah, Whistler, we're investigating this guy Token. We see receipts from him. Has he been having a smile on his face and enjoying his time here? Because if so, we're not going to count it as a tax deduction. It's like, yeah, right. Yeah, make sure it's up to date. I'm a snowboard coach, so I get paid to go out there regardless. Ah, nice. Yeah, but at least with this, you can actually do your because as a snowboarding coach, you wouldn't have your gas paid for, your mileage, unless you're self-employed. Well, but then on the airport side, you could be like, oh yeah, R&D research. Token's like, man, I gotta watch this stream more often. I might get more tax advice.
Nothing better than free tax advice.
Yeah,
Except maybe
because
free legal advice. That's always fun. Good too.
yeah. Hey, Joe, can you give us free legal advice? Where's Joe? I guess he must be giving paid legal advice right now. As well, yeah, tax well. Yeah, because I had one of my clients like she works for the government, and they went on strike. Well, then she comes like crying to me. She's like, "Oh, like, what am I gonna do? You know, I'm not getting any income. I'm getting my strike pay, and now I'm thinking I might do like skip the dishes." I'm like, she's like, yeah, can you tell me, like, is that how that's gonna affect me on my tax and stuff? I said, yeah, we can have a call. It's gonna be $400. She's like, well, I just need to know, like, just this information. And like, she wants the free advice. It's like, So I was like, all right. Another client says, hey, I need like 15 minutes of your time. I'm like, all right, $100. He paid it happily. I was like, hey, that's good. Cause it's not like I don't clock him on that. Like, I think the call still ended up an hour, but it was like more so like just like talking about whatever.
If you're really lucky, you might see Ogo Pogo.
Ogo Pogo.
The mythical monster, sea monster or lake monster that lives in Lake Okanagan.
Ogo Pogo. Hey, if we're gonna hey, there's an idea over there for you, Token. Make a DLC for the Ogo Pogo. Because there's the Loch Ness and it sells for like $10 Canadian or something on the marketplace. You can go out and see the Loch Ness, one little monster in all of that area of England. I don't know if it pops out of the water. That would actually be fun if it did. If it's always in the same spot, that wouldn't be so fun. Because you'd find it once, you'd never. Yeah, if it submerges back and then it pops back up in another area, then you'd really think Loch Ness is real. Yeah,
What do you mean by think?
Sorry?
What do you mean by think?
You'll then believe Loch Ness is real. Hey, the other day, I didn't believe in UFOs, and then all of a sudden I saw one in the simulator. Now I believe it. It was air study F-14.
Are you sure it wasn't swamp gas?
I don't know. I'm in the drone view, and I'm so far away from the aircraft, but it still sounds as if I'm right beside the aircraft. You would think they would dim down the sound as you get further away. But I think that's not a A2A thing, but a flight simulator. Trying to see if I can get a picture. I'm like, but we're like, we're too far apart. Oh. There we go.
Don't mistake the river or the canal for the runway.
Oh, okay.
And yes, that's really happened.
Oh, I see the strip. I can see the lights. Oh yeah, and I see the canal to the left. And Token, the all the 6, is it pistons within the engine of the Comanche, you can have one that's like a little slower than the others, and you'll hear the difference, and you can see on your dash each one with the temperature, and some can be overheating, and you want to like modulate the throttle accordingly to, or use carb heat if it's cold. Yeah, it's lots of details. It's like a pi rig for aircraft. And actually, I think I'm out of gas. No.
Thanks for reminding me to switch my tanks.
Yeah. No, I'm not out of gas, but I am out of gas. Oh, shoot. Come on. Yeah, as soon as I did that, the engine started right back up.
I'm sorry, it is a right-hand circuit for 3-4. When you do left, you're running right into a mountain.
And token, the reason why I put Penticton here was for you to scout it out. Another one. Then you can do the route all over again in a year, and it'll all be filled up.
I like it.
Yeah. Way too high.
I'm gonna do one circuit.
Yeah. So where I am would be right base.
Yes, correct.
All right, so I'm turning on right base.
Penticton Radio, Charlie Mike Charlie, final 3-4. Penticton.
Yeah, early in the week I was playing Tower Simulator. So you're on the other side of the ATC, but I found it pretty good, like to practice the radio talk, even though you're doing the other side, because they didn't respond. But I was going like very basic, but you can go like, you can tell them the weather, winds, all that stuff, or you can just say, you know, like Xenoc, runway 24 cleared for takeoff or something like that. Like, you can be as detailed or make it simple. I was like, ah.
How is it otherwise? Is it pretty good? Is it only for PC?
Yeah, only PC. But the voice recognition was good. Like, sometimes what you've got to do with the voice recognition is, like, you have a button that you press when you're talking. So I'll put like tab, but if I release tab before I finish, well, I finish my sentence and I go release tab, but the PC hasn't picked up everything, then it's not going to give the command. So then they're going to say repeat, then you got to do it a second time. There's the odd time he doesn't understand, especially if you don't say the right command in the right format. Then it'll be like, say again. But other than that, yeah, it's graphic wise, it's dumbed down from this. So it's like Field Air airports, but then dumbed down for their own simulator, because that's pretty much what it is. Like, they use all their airports from Microsoft Flight Simulator, and then they dumb them down even more.
Oh, wow.
So, like, some of them are good, but then some of them, like here in the simulator, and like when I mean good, they're like decent. Because like Puerto Vallarta was fine. There's no interiors there, but now I understand why they don't do interiors, because they use them for tower simulator, and there's no interior. But like a name like Field Air, you would think they would have interiors, and it'd be a lot more, you know, spruced up, like looking a lot better. So I'm guessing, yeah, the taxiway here is back on the runway. Because I went where you are, Xenoc, and then I taxied, yeah, on that little road, and then it's just grass. Like,
yeah, it's you're supposed to back taxi, but that's okay. I'm just gonna gum up my wheels like grass.
Yeah. Make it a bush flight.
Do you know how A2A, how he recorded his some of his ground sounds?
What? He had to do it himself.
Yeah, but what he did is he put a whole bunch of recording devices in and around his aircraft, and then he towed his aircraft with his pickup across the grass runway.
Oh, wow.
There's a video of it showing him doing it. It's actually really well done.
Yeah, like all of his videos are like, you watch that and you're like, you see him actually doing a startup, and how each time he does the engine start, you know, he has to prime it different times, like you know, 2 strokes or 4 strokes, and then he does it in a sim, and it's like the same thing. Like, it's not one startup is the same, which makes it really nice. Alright, I'll get one. That's gold. Good way to get the audio without engine ruining. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I was like, he obviously does all his sounds himself. But yeah, I'll have to take a look. That must be on their YouTube channel.
Yeah, I think that's where I saw it.
Yeah. Was it for Microsoft, or was it for like a previous version? Because I know he's got other videos on there.
Oh, I'm not sure. I would imagine the sound recording is probably the same.
Yeah, yeah. But that, yeah, that was nice flight in the valleys. Thanks, Xenoc, for guiding the way through the valley, because or else Christian would have crashed a lot earlier. But yeah, that's it for the stream. Tomorrow I'll be back at noon my time, 11 a.m. Eastern time, and that's like 8 a.m. Xenoc time. Be doing a charity stream for the Maui fires, doing a GA flight in the Comanche, starting in Kona and pretty much stopping at like 8, 9, 10 different airports, all the way like throughout the whole islands. So we'll go on to Maui, then we'll go up to like Honolulu, and then beyond that, I think it's Lanai. But yeah, a whole bunch of them. Yeah, thanks, Token. It was nice to have you on board, and looking forward to seeing what you've got with Whistler whenever that comes out. But thanks everyone for showing up, and I'll see you in the next video.